Hey guys, my name is Mooshroom Xpert, and welcome back to my How to Make Better series. I really want to thank you guys on the support of how we tackled episode 1 through 5 of Megaforce. Now today, I'll be tackling episode 6 through 10. Let's get ready for the show. Episode 6, Tragic Sea. We start with Noah as he's walking on the beach very sad. He thinks of the time him and his dad used to go to the beach and skip rocks. He remembers losing his dad in a burnt shipwreck, but he always asks himself how could a ship burn in the water. Deep in the water, a weird monster awakens and swims to the surface. Noah throws flowers into the water to remember his father on his anniversary. The monster swims to the surface, burning the flowers. Noah backs off and sees the monster as the monster explains that he is Ocean, an ancient Seedra general. Ocean went under the sea to cause a giant tsunami under the water, but hit a ship by mistake. Ocean says, "It's been 10 long years since I could see the sun, and I'll use it to burn you like I burned that ship on this day." Noah recognized that Ocean was the creature that destroyed his father's ship and killed him and his crew. Noah morphs out of rage and starts to attack him with everything he has. Goseiger tells the other rangers that Noah is near Hardwood Beach. Noah is getting beat by Ocean as the monster teases him, making smug remarks. The other rangers catch up to the wounded Noah and try to check on him, but Noah bursts out again, charging at him at full force. Gia asks the team what is wrong with Noah. As Choi says, focus, get a shot on the monster instead. But they can't as Ocean blows Noah back and calls them useless earthlings. Ocean travels to space to speak with Malcor. Back at the base, Choi tries to get answers out of Noah as he isolates himself, as Jake says, "I know he's gone, but Noah, we're here for you." Emma asking who is gone, and Noah mutters out, "My dad." He tells them that his dad died in a burning shipwreck as he storms off very emotional. Emma tries to go after him, but Jake tells her no, that he understands that he needs his space. Gosei fills them in on the monster. Gosei gives them a time chart about Ocean, saying that he was once awakened 10 years ago using the power of fire to heat the water as he was able to light objects on fire even if they were on water. Gosei tells him that Ocean's last attack was on this exact day, as Jake says on the day that Noah's dad passed, while Gia says after a burning shipwreck that was still in the water. Emma says that the monster was the cause of the shipwreck. Ocean talks with Malcor to see if they can heat up the rocks and the mountains under the sea to start a huge tsunami to wipe out Hardwood County. We take a look at Noah for a moment as he is walking to an aquarium and looks at all the sea animals. He thinks to himself, trying to understand everything. He hears a class being taught about the sea animals and how the water is meant for balance. It can adapt to any pressure it wants. Back at the base again, Gosei says Ocean is back and heating up the rock under the water. The 4 rangers run to Ocean and ask what is he doing. Ocean says you will see when the city is underwater. They morph as the monster asks where's the blue one, but Troy says we would defeat you even without him. They battle for a while as we cut back to Noah. He is still looking at all the animals and thinks to himself. Noah tells himself that he's balanced like water. He heard Gosei call as he walked off and heard the teacher say good luck. Noah smiles as he nods and then runs off to the beach. Noah reaches Ocean and tells him your pain stops today. The team cheer on Noah as he morphs before Ocean can hit him. Noah drops down and hits him before joining the team and tells him that he is sorry. Jake tells him don't sweat it. Gia tells him we know what happened as Choi says, take the lead my friend. Noah makes a plan and the team completes it in a spectacular fashion. Ocean goes down but grows huge with the help of rock. Ocean hits them with rays of heat waves making the Rangers cockpit way too hot for them to handle. As Noah pulls through saying that this shark still has a lot left to say, as he uses his Sea Brothers card for help. Noah takes the lead as the others follow him and charge their attack. Before the final blow, Noah says his few words for his dad and attacks Ocean with a finishing move, destroying him. The Rangers return to the base as Noah says sorry for leaving and letting his emotions get the best of him. Which Gosei says, I know how do you feel. How do you think I reacted when I lost my mentor? I felt lost, but I remember who I was and who I needed to be. As Troy says, as the Earth's protector. But Gosei says no, the mentor to teach the protectors, as they all smile. Episode 7, Divided We Fall. Up on the Warstar ship, the 3 wait for an Insector by the name of Brizara. She tells him she has the power to manipulate beings. Malcor tells her to go to Earth and cause some wrath. Emma and Gia are out riding their bikes as Emma stops and sees a beautiful flower. She takes out her camera and takes pictures with Gia. They go to the mall so they can photocopy a picture of it. After they make a copy of it, they walk and admire the picture, Gia thanking her for such an amazing picture. From a bush, Bizarra uses her powers on the girls to make them hate each other. As Gia says, wait, your hair looks horrible. As Emma says, look at your makeup now. As they both pull on the photo, ripping it into 2. While this happening, Bizarra goes with a bunch of loogies to capture male humans to make them her maids. Noah and Jake are in the base discussing fighting skills and plans while they get an alert from Gosei that an attack is taking place. Noah and Jake reach the scene and see Brizara taking a bunch of males. They morph and start to attack, but they get hit with her manipulating whip slash, giving them manipulation poison, which forces them to power down in agonizing pain. Gosei calls the others as he watches the battle. The three Rangers come in just in time to help Noah and Jake. Troy charges in as he fights off Bizarro while the girls are arguing on if their weapons can combine. Troy gets hit with her whip slash, then powers down. Bizarro hits the girls with a powerful blow, knocking them out as they carry the boys away to their hideout. The girls wake up and discuss how they could find the boys. They reach the forest but argue over which way to head. They finally take different paths as Noah and Jake feel doomed, but Troy says give him a chance. Gia and Emma find their way as they argue on who found it first. Bizarra attacks the surface above them, hitting rocks that avalanched in front of them. They both get up and morph, but Gia traps Emma in vines to stop her from fighting. Emma tries to get to Gia while she is all tangled up. Gia tells her to stay out of it, that she doesn't want her to get hurt. Emma says, but it's our duty to fight together. Gia says wrong, it's our duty to protect the earth, as she fights off Bizarro but gets trapped. Emma feels the fire in her heart start to burn, as she says, I will not let my best friend down. Emma breaks free from a card that Gosei grants her. Emma looks at it, seeing the Sky Brothers card. She uses it and helps Gia escape while feeling the sense of anger disappear. Emma goes to Gia as Gia says ready, and Emma says you bet. They both fight off Bizarra as one while they finish her off together with a final blast. The other three finally join and summon the Gosei Great Megazord. Emma uses her Sky Brothers card and forms the Sky Gosei Great Megazord. The girls stay in the final empowering speech as they attack Bizarro with a final blow, defeating her. The boys go to Ernie's and tease each other while the girls come together after seeing their picture in the local newspaper that Noah was reading. Episode 8, Broken Lullaby. Troy is running around in the forest as he sees Emma on her bike riding around. He tries to catch her but hears a beautiful song as he walks around, and sees that Emma is singing the song while flowers near her start to bloom. Troy walks closer to her as Emma stopped and spoke to him. Troy says that her singing was very beautiful, as Emma says her mom used to sing to her when she was younger. Up on the Warstar ship, an insectoid by the name of Discord who irritates Creepox with his awful guitar noise, but Vrock tells him that we could use him against the humans as Malcor agrees. Discord reaches the earth and puts on a concert on the roof as he strums his guitar, causing a high pitch wave link that irritates the humans' ears. Troy and Emma are able to hear it and get a sharp pain in their ears. Back at school, Mr. Burnley rocks out while Gosei tells the Rangers where the monster is. Then they head out. Gosei calls Troy and Emma, telling them where to go as they all meet up and reaches Discord as he explains who he is and how he's the rock star in his homeworld. Discord sends the Loogies to attack as the Rangers fight them off. Discord keeps playing the high-pitched noise that affect Troy and Emma since they were the most closest to the noise when it started. Troy and Emma hold the team back as they can't focus. At school, a couple freshmen cause a lot of noise that make Emma's sharp pitch come again, as Gia tells them to cut it out. At Ernie's, Troy is having the same sharp pain while music is playing in the background. Emma tells Gia that she needs to go away to get some peace and quiet. Emma walks off holding her ears. Troy tells Noah and Jake the same thing as he walks off also. On the roof, Discord talks about his next plan, but Vrock appears and tells him some words to keep him on track on their mission, as Discord understands. We cut back to Emma in the forest looking at the flowers bloom again, while Vrock is setting up a big concert for Discord as he begins to play his loud, screeching noise again. Noah, Gia, and Jake call Troy, but he hangs up from the music as Gia says we have to keep them out of this. As they arrive, Vrock introduces himself and tells them why he is using Discord to make all the humans' ears sense sharp pain. The three fight off Vrock as long as they can while the city is affected by the sharp sounds. Tensou acts as Gosei for wisdom as Gosei tells him to get Troy and Emma. Vrock keeps attacking the Rangers, telling them their human bodies are useless. While they hear Emma, Troy uses his Twist Tornado card to make the fire petals fly by. The petals destroy the radio amp. Jake tells Noah and Gia, let's do this. I've been working on a new cannon and let's try it out. Noah leads the two while making the duo mega cannon and hitting Vrock with it, stopping him for a moment. As Troy and Emma morph and join the team ready for battle, they deflect Discord's attacks and hit him with a quintuple weapon attack. After they form the Mega Cannon and charge up, they blast Discord, taking him out as Vrock gives him his Zombats. While Noah and Gia thank Troy, but Troy says that Emma thought of it while we ran over here. They summon the Zords and form the Gosei Great Megazord. They hit him with a final attack, destroying Discord as Malcor watches on and tells him there will be no more mistakes. At Ernie's, Noah and Jake praise Emma for singing, while Ernie mentions that he loved the concert and began to play some of his recordings of it, while the Rangers covered their ears and walked off. Episode 9, Electric Dance. Gia is rushing to get to school early before class starts. She is trying out for the high school's cheer team as she now finally has good grades to join, and Miss Moran, her mother, lets her try out. Gia finishes her tryout as her mother smiles at her and said by the end of the day we'll have a paper in the school board showing who joined the team. Vrock summons a Warstar monster, Electro, who uses electricity powers to paralyze his enemy for a few seconds. Malkor thinks that the plan is not that good, but will power him up if the Rangers hurt him. The Rangers see Gia in a cheerleading gear as Emma asks, "That's why you left so early, huh?" Electro begins to attack as Gosei tells him that they have to fight him off. Electro drains the city's power and begins destroying buildings and nearby objects. Troy comes to stop him as the other Rangers come after. Electro uses Loogies to distract them as he needs to drain more power, while the Rangers fight off the Loogies as the Rangers use their blaster head cards to defeat the Loogies. Electro hits him with an attack, paralyzing them for a moment. They manage to hit him in his weak point until Malkor heals him, giving him more power space. Electro hits him again with an even more powerful attack. At the base, Gosei tells him who Electro is and how his attacks work, but tells him that he is trying to create a new robot that Tensou can control, named Datable. Showing them the robot blueprint, Gosei senses another attack and tells them where the location is as they all rush out. The Rangers reach Electro and morph as Electro sends more Loogies at them. They use their Mega Blasters as Gia takes Jake's and starts firing at the Loogies. They regroup together as they hear the voice again. A smoke hexagon barrier appears, revealing Malkor. Malkor sees the Rangers and explains to them who he is. No one says large in charge, huh? Malkor says smart human but not smart enough. Jake says, "What is that you want, freak?" as Malkor gives a bar of power while telling the Rangers that the Warstar came to Earth as a regrouping ground, that Earth has enough resources to fuel their army again back in their home world. Then he leaves. The Rangers see Electro charge an attack, then launch at them. Gosei finally finishes his robot as Tensou controls it and heads out while Tensou calls Gia from the robot. Tensou gives her an idea to just dance, that the movement from her feet will make an electrical current in the ground. Gia says, "How would that even work?" Tensou says, "I will try to connect it to the regular electricity power frames and make a big powerful connection to it." Gia tries to cut him off, but Tensou tells him to just trust him. Gia gets up and uses a card. Gia begins to dance as the other Rangers look at her for a moment as they all make comments. Jake saying, "How will that help?" Gia saying, "Trust me." No one says that's unintelligent. Emma says, "Give her a break," and Troy says, "Go Gia, you got this." Gia tells him to focus and deal with Electro as the other Rangers begin to fight. Tensou keeps running around as he falls, but keeps going. Gia keeps dancing as the other Rangers fight off Electro. Then the other Rangers see sparks start off at Gia's feet. Tensou rushes to a good spot, then uses electrical wiring to focus the electrical currents back into the city. Gia keeps doing her dance to charge up energy into the ground so Tensou can use it. It works as Tensou does his job and the city regains power. Gia leads a team as they start attacking together as a unit, all attacking him with their weapons. Gia hits Electro with a big powerful attack, then summons the Land Brothers as they all use their headers together. They fire a big blast to defeat Electro, but Zombats make him grow big. The Rangers use their Zord then form the Gosei Great Megazord. They fought off Electro, but he hits them with an electrical shock that turns off their Megazord. Electro starts attacking them in all angles, but Gosei sets Gia, the data card. Gia uses it and it makes Tensou's robot grow huge. Tensou uses the header and uses it to change the Datable battle mode. The Rangers watch in awe as Tensou begins to fight off Electro using his boxing melee attacks against him. As the Rangers cheer him on while Tensou keeps attacking Electro, swiftly, not missing a beat. Tensou charges his attack and hits him with his last move as he destroys Electro, as the Rangers congratulate him. As the Rangers watch on, Malkor gets irritated that another monster has fallen as he promises their next plan won't fail. Episode 10, Adrenaline Rush. Up on the Warstar ship, refusing to waste any more time on the Rangers, Malkor decides that he will go to Earth personally to use a technique he and Creepox use to wipe out the human population that they have used on their homeworld. Vrock helps set a video call to the humans but asks Creepox if he is ready since he has been beaten before by the Rangers. Creepox gets irritated speaking, "I would take their heads off one by one," and he explains how he was trained by Malkor himself. At the base, the Rangers begin to feel unbeatable and cocky as Gosei senses it and doesn't act upon it yet. Gosei congratulates the Rangers on another job well as he felt a strong evil energy, then tells them that they have to go check it out quickly. Creepox shows up with Malkor ready to destroy the Earth with their new plan. The Rangers catch up as no one mentions it's him again. Creepox tells him that they will destroy all humans on Earth and call this planet their new home. As the Rangers morph and go to attack, Creepox takes him out swiftly and tells Troy that he will be his opponent today. As Malkor attacks the other Rangers, Troy fights off Creepox asking why does he want to keep going after him. Creepox saying he wants some fun and only wants to see him. Troy fights off with Creepox, telling him that he will not take over this planet and that they will win. Creepox says, you think you're so smart and mighty with all that fun talk, huh? I'll show you why they call me a real warrior in my planet. Troy leaps into the air and tries to hit him with the same attack that first hit Creepox before, but Creepox reads it and avoids it. While tempting the Earthling, Creepox slashes at him and says you better train if you want to beat me. Back to Malkor as he defeats the Rangers one by one, picking at them like a flower. Malkor slashes them, then Creepox throws Troy at them. As Malkor says, so these are the humans that have been destroying our monsters left and right. As Creepox mentions, yeah, Earth's protectors, don't make me laugh. The Rangers hear them as the monsters keep tempting them of how foolish they are, saying how the human species still hasn't gone extinct yet. While Jake tells them to shut up as the Rangers use their element cards and that they won't surrender. As Malkor hits him with a vicious attack, knocking him to the ground. The team get back up as Troy says, you're wrong, when the humans work together, anything's possible. They all charge towards them with a full head of steam, but Goseiger uses his powers to hit the Rangers with a tornado to make them flee the scene and back to the shores of the base. The Rangers rush inside and start lashing out at Goseiger for pulling them out. Goseiger tells them to relax, but they don't as they keep lashing out at Goseiger. But then Goseiger raises his voice by speaking that enough is enough, you're out of line. That's why I locked your morphers till you figure out what you're fighting for and what this is for. This isn't a game, Rangers. If you fail, the Earth fails. As Jake, Noah, Gia, and Emma storm off, but Troy waits a couple of moments looking at Goseiger, then follows his team, as an equivalent to the first episode. Malkor and Creepox pick a good spot to start their plans. As they send a message to the humans, Malkor says he will use Creepox to slash his chest with his weapon to unleash his power, and draw the moon out of its axis and draw it straight to the Earth, crushing both planets, but restoring the planet to its raw form, giving them even more resources. Creepox takes his weapon and strikes his chest as the energy shoots to space and draws the moon closer, slowly. Jake starts speaking. We had them, all we needed was an opening. Noah speaks after, it would have been perfect if we used the sea headers. Emma speaks, no way, the sky headers are better. As Gia says, not a chance, the land headers are more stronger. They all start to argue as Troy speaks to them. Stop guys, look at us. We are more focused on power. We didn't sign up for this for power. We signed up to this to be protectors of the Earth. We are the Power Rangers. We are the Earth's protectors. And we will save this planet from destruction. The Rangers look at each other for a moment, then realize what they have said was wrong, and they all nod their heads and agree with him. Emma speaks after, that Goseiger chose us. Gia speaks no, the Earth did. As Noah says, then let's show the Earth that it wasn't wrong to pick us. While Jake speaks as a unit and a team. Troy says, now that's more like it. Now let's kick some space butt. As Goseiger watches them from their base, the Rangers see the broadcast and rush after them. They reach them as they tell them you are going down as they try to morph and are able as Goseiger tells them good job Rangers. As the Rangers look at the monsters and charge toward them, while Creepox tells them to bring it. Troy fights against Creepox while the others four go to Malkor and use their cards to put a shield bubble around him which cuts off the energy, pushing the moon back to its course. Creepox tries to reach them while Troy fights him off while saying not today. As Creepox fights off Troy, trading blows as he pushes Troy back, then hits him with his meteor blast. Troy blocks a few but gets hit and falls to the ground. Troy mumbles to himself, I can't give up, not here, as he rises while the other Rangers appear next to him. Ready guys? Creepox sees that Malkor is trapped in a bubble and loses focus as the Rangers hit him with multiple attacks. Troy and Emma hit him with a sky attack, saying with the power of the Earth's air. Jake and Gia hit him with the land attack, saying with the power of the Earth's land. While Noah hits him last with a sea attack, saying with the power of the Earth's sea. Malkor pulls his axe out and breaks free while the other Rangers form the Mega Cannon and use it to fire Creepox. Malkor watching, Creepox yells for Vrock to make him grow. Creepox grows big as Gia calls Ten to get ready with Dadable before they all summon their Zords and form the Goseiger Great Megazord. Creepox says, screw the power of the Earth as I bring the power of space, as he charges a beam at them. They all trade blows back and forth at each other while the Rangers still get tossed around like a doll. Creepox charges his Giga Meteor Blast and hits them with it. As Troy says, we are not going down that easily as the Rangers hear noises. They look around but Troy speaks while hearing the noises saying we are not alone. Troy sees his morpher and sees all their element headers. Troy speaks to the other Rangers saying that this is the Earth's true power. His belt shines as he gets a new card and it changes to the Ultra Goseiger Great card. Troy says let's show him real Earth power. As he uses the card and all their headers come to help them as they hit Creepox, then the Rangers get ready. First Tensou joins them all, then the headers combine to the Zord and they form the Ultra Goseiger Great Megazord and start to fight off Creepox as he throws another Giga Meteor Blast, but it doesn't hit the Rangers since it didn't damage them. Now hitting him with clear attacks, the Rangers fight him off, but Troy puts in the final attack card and the team charge up their attack. They all launch a powerful beam towards Creepox as Creepox throws a powerful beam back at them. The Rangers overpower him and get a beam towards Creepox, The Rangers overpower him and get past his beam as they hit him with the final attack, as Creepbox falls to his doom as he says, "This is not where I die, Rangers." The Rangers come back to the base as they all tell Goseiger that they are sorry for thinking that they were as strong as they were, as Jake thanks Troy for clearing their heads while Troy smiles and nods his head. Goseiger speaks, "I hope you all learn your lesson," and that he is glad and proud of each and every one of them. Thank you guys for watching and listening on my version of how episodes 6 through 10 should go. I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Patreon to support any of my work. Share my videos while you're at it. It really supports the channel. My name is Mooshroom Xpert, and may the power protect you all.